Welcome back, everybody, to the weekend show where I'll be doing technical analysis on big and mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please hit that like button, and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, I'm not going to talk about Patreon here. You will see the Black Friday deal, which is on right now, and it will be on up until Black Friday itself, Friday night, midnight. So if you're interested, there will be more details coming up later here in this video, and you guys will be able to see that. Now, with that being said, what the heck is going on in the stock market? We saw a bit of a drop again, a new low on Friday, and the market went higher. You can see what Dow did. Went up over 1% on Friday, Nasdaq up 0.88%, S&P up 0.98%, and Russell going up almost 3%. 11 sectors leading the way on top, still a risk off move. Healthcare up massively, communication services, consumer cyclical, basic materials, real estate, industrials, financial, and then we have consumer defensive, energy, and technology pretty much not even going up that much. You can see all the way here on bottom. Stock market map, what do we have here? Well, you can see Google up. That's the only one that is actually holding up this entire market. 3.5, Meta up 0.87%. Look at healthcare here, all green. Tesla down 1%. We got Amazon up 1.64%. Apple up nearly 2%. Broadcom down nearly 2%. Nvidia down almost 1%. Microsoft going down over 1%. Oracle took a hit again, down nearly 6%. Fear and greed index. Extreme fear, it was I think 6 or 7 before. Now we moved up a little bit here after Friday's session, sitting at 11. And now I think we should start with Google because I don't think Google is going much higher. And you're gonna see that move, same thing like you saw after earnings, especially on Amazon and some of the other products. So let's talk about Google. All right, so Google stock is up 3.33%, and right after closing, it's up again almost 1%. Now, what do you see here? Well, we saw that big pop, that Warren Buffett investing here on Google, and it popped. And then we had this shooting star type of candle, came back, closing the gap. We went higher to make another brand new all-time high. And then what happened? Everything faded on Thursday once again, and then we went back up once again on Friday and still up over 300. But you can see upper Bollinger Band not really going up. It's sitting at 298.84 and the stock itself trading over 300. And we also have an inside candle on Friday. So just because it's going up, or perhaps we'll just go up and make another all-time high, does not mean that it's all too bullish and it's trading at a brand new all-time high, and whenever things are trading at a brand new all-time high, you got to be cautious, and things can happen, come back, consolidate. You will see pullbacks, and a couple of things I want to show you guys. The RSI definitely not looking too healthy when you look at these weekly time frame and even monthly. We're just not, really oversold or anything where I would say, oh, this is a great opportunity. Let's just go in and buy this top here. So Google here, I think in near future, very soon, especially things are not looking really good, guys, especially with the inflation and hiding the job numbers and all that. Yes, we do have a bullish season coming. It's a bullish week, especially with holiday. Market never goes down, so you might see a lot of chop. And I think after Tuesday, you're gonna see a lot of trading. That's gonna be especially on just algos trading. So you're not gonna see much of trading. Come tomorrow morning, you'll see some trading, and then possibly, and big boys are already gone. Next week, most people that are really into trading and this is what they do, they're on vacation. These people does not, they don't care about 3 days of trading. It will be mostly on algos trading back and forth. You will see some chop here and there, but the expected move also somewhat of a bearish move on SPY and Qs. So we'll see how that goes. But Google here, guys, if we stay over 300, perhaps we go back up, maybe even retest this high, and maybe even produce another brand new all-time high. At that point, definitely it's going to be really overbought, especially trading outside the Bollinger Band. If it comes back in come tomorrow morning under 300, watch out for a pullback again down here to this previous high, 292. That gives up. We do have the 5-day catching up to it, so that's going to be a strong area right there. But below that, it can come all the way down to 283.41, maybe even this bottom of this range, 277. And who knows, this is going to happen. I'm telling you guys, these gaps will likely to get filled within maybe next couple of weeks here on Google. So it's going to come back no matter where it goes to the upside. And this is a complete different chart. AMD down 1%. And why complete different chart? Because if I was telling you that market is going to come back, or AMD in this case is going to come back, nobody would believe right here, like, oh, it's bullish, it's going up. Why would it come back and fill this gap? Well, what's happening right now, and I think I spoke about it before in my video, that I see AMD pulling back, retesting this high, and maybe even filling this gap. AMD breaking down from this rising wedge pattern. As a matter of fact, I can even take this out. We don't even need that anymore. And instead, I can put this right on my screen for you guys. So if this thing goes back up, we can definitely look at this area as resistant. But as of right now, it's breaking down. You can call this a double top, whatever you want to call it here, strong downtrend. And now, I mean, look at where we came down on Friday, 195, guys, from 267. Huge, huge jump off. So if this continues, we're not even holding at the 50-day, guys. So this is extremely bearish, especially for one of the big name out there, AMD. If this thing does not bounce, we're not even trading near the lower band, which is at 209. You can see this pink line right here. So if this thing retraces back up, watch out for 204.46 as a resistance. And if it gets over that, 209 to 214.51 up to even 221 negative sloping 5-day moving average. This thing does not recover, does not get back up over that 203 204 range, you will continue to come down all the way down to this 183 range. And then don't forget about this gap up and go from here where it started. It might be pulling back into this gap, and we're not too far away from this gap. So I think it's gonna get filled, but it's just a matter of how long and when it happens on AMD. Welcome back, everybody, and people that are waiting for this moment. Yes, the Black Friday deal is early on my Patreon, and if you want to go through it, stay tuned. I'm gonna give you guys all the details. So, couple of things I want to share, guys. And these folks are real, day in, day out, making money on Patreon and taking these trades to next level. You can see these trades are just phenomenal. That paying money right and left. And these are just some recent trades that we took, and you can see the profit amount that we are making. And also, some folks are up over 200% for the year. And wait till you see my own performance here in the market. I don't think S&P 500 is up that much year to date, but you'll see that in a second. And if you guys really wanted to take advantage, I'm doing about 45% off right now on Patreon, and that's a fantastic opportunity to go long on a lot of things. With the market volatility really high, this is the time to make that money. Now, of course, if you're not serious and you're not into trading and you don't do this for a living and you don't want to do this for a long time, do not even bother. Just skip this video, and this part of the video you don't have to watch it, because this is for only people that are really serious and they take these trades really seriously. For those people to come and join and make money with us, and also possibly become an entrepreneur just like myself. These trades are real, in real time, and very soon you're gonna get even more. I'm doing almost 5 days live trading, 3 to 4 hours, starting from market opening, before even opening, going live, giving out trades, and then staying there with my Patreon members for 3 4 hours. So it's fantastic. Really good place to be in. And if you're only serious, then definitely I'm going to provide you guys all the tools where you can go in and join. So here it is, the Black Friday deal. What's in it? Well, if you go through Patreon, you can use this discount code right here. You can see right on my screen. It's 755CE, and they'll get you that discount, 40 45%. And then if you don't want to go through this Patreon and you want to go through PayPal and make that one-time payment at $730, normal price is 1200 plus tax. So the amount of money people make with these trades. Obviously, it's on a little bit higher side when it's like 1200, but right now the cost is really low. For what you're going to get here on Patreon. So you can go through PayPal, just send a $730, and you will unlock one full year of benefits with myself and my group, and you will get a lot of those trades. So if you're really serious, definitely, this is the time to consider joining me Patreon. And this is my own performance year to date here in the market, and you can see 295% up as of last Friday, guys. So fantastic, fantastic opportunity, and that's why I really want some. If you really can really pay like $730, or you're short maybe $100, just send me an email, send me a text, something. All I want to see people that are actually serious, and they take this game really seriously, and they want to trade, then definitely give this a try. And who knows, this might open up a massive opportunity by spending that $730 for 1 year. This might be the best $730 you will ever spend on yourself, and get all these trades and the benefits, all kinds of guidance, everything, how to trade and what to do and not. It will be there, and myself will be providing you guys all that. So hopefully I'll hear back from you, from a lot of you guys, especially with that discount, and I'm looking forward to it, guys. On Meta, it's up 0.87%. So Meta also came all the way down to this weekly trend line. You can see this 2022 low, this pivot point right here where we found support, and now it's pulling back into that area. So if we go back, we're just trading back and forth. But the key line in the sand here, guys, I would say $580. If that gives up and you're long on Meta, well, you need to get out. Otherwise, this thing will take all your money because it will come down even more. So this has to hold. If not, it can come down easily down to this gap, and that is 550. So another $30 downside, huge, right? Now, if this thing bounces and gets over 600, we might see a push up to 614, maybe even higher right here, 628 to 638. Of course, we'll talk about that once we get there. As of right now, things are just not looking too hot on Meta, even though if you're thinking about going long, this is a good spot, but make sure you put a stop loss just below this trend line, which could be at $580. On Microsoft, it's down 1.32%. Now, a couple of things I want to show you, and that is this RSI. When was the last time you saw Microsoft RSI sitting at 28? It's really oversold. But one thing I want to point out, guys, a big name like Microsoft with a double top pattern, with this bear flag breaking down, it's not looking good for the market, because as longer this thing remains down and goes down, market will not recover. So, what's holding the market? That's that Apple stock, right? So now, if you look at my screen, it's trading under the Bollinger Band for a couple days. Yes, it's due for possibly a dead cat bounce, but if this thing does not go back up, especially over this low down here, which is at 492, 493, then we have some problems here within the market, and especially here on Microsoft. So next week, come tomorrow morning, if this thing does not get that bounce, you can see rejection, rejection, rejection. Now that's a resistance right here at 481-ish right here. If we can get over that level, we might see a pump up to 487 to this negative sloping 5-day moving average, and maybe even 492. Now, if things are just gonna sell off and this is going to continue and get more oversold, the next critical level to watch, if this thing remains right here, we do have support right here at 472, and if that gives up, it will come down to 462. You can see previous rejection, 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 and this rejection now can act as a support, since we broke out of this uh, pattern here last time to the upside. That's going to be the next one to watch. And just below that, we have this gap at 453.69. So that is your downside target if things are just continuing to move down here on Microsoft. But keep that in mind. New money is short. You do not have a chance to go and short this thing right now. you're asking for trouble if you're shorting Microsoft right now. You should be thinking about possibly catching the bottom at some point or getting started somewhere. But definitely, this is not something I would short. On Apple stock, it's up nearly 2%. So what the heck is going on here? Apple, you can see, I mean, this is gonna be something that we have to watch closely next couple days. And why? It's rare. And when things are pretty overbought and just not really going anywhere, unless there is some news just like on Google and it pops, then yeah, bulls are gonna have great time on Apple. But look at this, guys. Lower Bollinger Band moved up. It's sitting at almost 266, and the upper one not going up. Where I would say, oh guys, I see big upside here. It came down, sitting at 274.51, pretty much on top of this box, and the lower one sitting on bottom of this box, and we're just chopping back and forth. So something has to give, and something is going to happen, whether we see it this week or possibly after this holiday is over, you're going to see it in the price action here on Apple. So 265 gives up. We have a gap at 264, and that means it's coming down even more, down to even 259. To the upside, 265, which is holding again on Friday. Watch out for this breakout, possibly over 274. If we can do that, and Apple holds over that, we might see another retest of 277 to possibly even a brand new all-time high, which could be 279 to 280. On Amazon stock, it's up 1.63%. So Amazon, after shorting here at the top, we did not hold our position all the way down to here, guys. We sold at 242 and then some at 236, because when you're shorting something like Amazon or even the market itself, those are just part time, because you want to get out on a pullback. You don't want to hold because you want to go long, because market and these big names, pretty much everything goes up over time. You don't want to be on the short side on these big names where you're just shorting and asking for more money, and guess what? Now the bottom is here. Maybe it goes down a little bit more, and the bottom is here, and you're still short, not selling, and you're not thinking about going long. So now we're out of that, and this was fantastic right here on Amazon. And you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys saw that Black Friday sale. It's still on, so this is the time to take advantage because we have lots of volatility in the market, and we're just making trades right and left. And it's been really amazing, especially last 2 weeks, guys. Really hitting out of the park. So definitely a great time to join Patreon when you got 45% off. You're going to make money, especially if you're serious about trading, guys. Now, Amazon, watch this 214, 215 level has to hold. If not, it's getting down to 210 to close the gap, and maybe even 207. To the upside, key resistance here to watch. If we break over that, 224. If we can get over that, you'll see a move up to even 228 up to this 50-day moving average, and possibly even higher into that holiday, because they do sell a lot of stuff into Thanksgiving holiday, Black Friday on Amazon, and even especially for the bigger holiday, which is Christmas and all that, and the New Year coming, guys. So Amazon definitely as a company got some really great time ahead, especially sales wise. So definitely this is not a bad spot to be in if you're thinking about going long. On Tesla stock is down 1%. So you can see Tesla went back in. We did fill the gap, just like we talked about it in my video, happening exactly what I said, that it will possibly will make it back up to this gap inside the box. We got rejection, multiple rejection, you can see, and now it's coming down, and looks like it'll come down to this. It already did almost $380 down to the lower band, and then we have support at 375 and the gap at 369-ish right here on Tesla. So that is your downside target. If this thing comes down a little bit more, I think the cheaper is better on Tesla. Now if you're bullish and buying this, just keep that in mind. We have a lot of overhead supply here, and when you have this amount of trading, and now it's going back up and trying to move back up inside the box, it's just not going to happen immediately, especially when you have a lot of selling in the market. So Tesla here, now there will be resistance at 398 to 400. If we can get over that, where we got rejection on Friday, then we can talk about possibly 414, and then maybe even going inside the box. We'll talk about that once we get there, maybe Monday night. So Netflix going down 1.29% on Friday, and it's not looking too good because we definitely broke this key support 106. And if this thing remains below that, there might be a little bit more downside, maybe 103 to even flat 100. Now, definitely, if this thing bounces back up, we need to get over 106. And if that happens, there is potential for more upside here on this stock. We definitely can talk about how much of an upside we have here on Netflix. We need to see how this thing does, especially going into tomorrow morning and tomorrow's session. See if this thing can recover and recapture 106 support and possibly moves up even higher. Otherwise, we do have some little bit more downside on Netflix. It can come down a little bit more, but I think in the longer run, fantastic, fantastic opportunities. I mean, this thing is down quite a bit from the top. So this is actually a really good dip. If you're, really buying Netflix and you're into Netflix, I would say, consider this thing right here, especially as this thing makes a move below 106. On Nvidia, stock is down almost 1%. So you can see Nvidia was down at 173, and then the dip was bought up and it turned green on Friday. But look at the rejection here from this trend line. Also, this previous all-time high. Now, also, since we're trading below that, acting as a resistant, and this thing gave back. And now it's red on Friday, down nearly 1%. So Nvidia definitely, it needs to, if it's going to stay in the game, it needs to stay over 184 right here and possibly breaks out from this trend line. Now, if this thing does not get over that 184 range, definitely keep an eye out for 180-ish, which is not even holding right now. Below that, it can come down much lower, like you saw on Friday, 173, and then maybe we get to see Nvidia getting the same treatment like Microsoft. And if that happens, you can see, I mean, there is really more downside to it, and especially we can go into like lower 150s on Nvidia. But again, guys, this is an area where we saw a lot of trading, so do not count Nvidia out. If this thing rises back up, to go back up to close that gap at 205, especially with this holiday coming, if the market rallies, Nvidia has to rally, and we have a gap on top, and we might be going there if this thing gets over 184 and stays over that level. And that's all I have for you guys. I'll definitely keep you updated Monday night.